Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. I know that a few YouTubers have done a video on this, but I had to discuss one or two things. My thoughts on maybe what Warren was getting out, was trying to get out here in what he saw. I'm not going to play the whole video because I think people have seen it through Angels of Peace.
Is that somebody watching us? Because there's definitely dogs barking.
Definitely. It was kind of weird because I sort of done some history on the Masker Mountains, and it seems to have a bit of a past with sort of demonic religious ceremonies, secret passages, tunnels. It's really strange. I remember someone, it was just a video went out there at night, and she went on to say that it was like really creepy around the Masker Mountains. So, but like I said, it probably is that people can get up there. There was a video in the early days, I think it was about just after Jay was found, in that people were thinking the videos, some videos and pictures actually come out that Jay was kept somewhere in a cave. I don't know where those pictures were, but they're definitely about. If people know what I'm on about, or other YouTubers, they are out there somewhere. But like I said, some people said it really did look like Jay in those caves. But like I said, there was no real evidence that it was him. But I've not seen the video or those pictures for a long time, but I will see whether I can actually dig them out. Very strange, very strange. I mean, my first thought is seeing this is if someone was up there, or even dogs up there, how are they accessing those caves? There must be passages somewhere to actually get to them. That is really weird.
Hello! Yeah! Now how the hell do you get up to those caves?
That was my first thought in actually seeing this video. You know, it's really strange. And if you get lost, you would turn back. You wouldn't try to take on, without any ropes or professional people around you, you wouldn't try to track up there, you know, and fall and hurt yourself.
She couldn't run at eyes another way into it. From the top to the other side. It's funny how the dogs have stopped barking. We're going to carry on a little bit further.
So yeah, so that was Warren Slater. I think he's trying to get a message out there that there's no way Jay would have taken that route, I think. And I think it's absolutely brilliant. He's given his picture of what we think, what he might be saying, but I don't think he's happy with the conclusion that Jay just walked off a mountain. That's part one. Thank you. So we move on to part two. There is a little bit of positive news that we do believe that the news haven't give up. The national news, should I say, newspapers haven't really give up on the Jay Slater case. And it's a little bit of Dan O'Keefe because, like I said, we've not heard from him for a while. I said that I would give him 48 hours. I was absolutely fuming in actually what he actually put out there, and he couldn't back it up. I don't think it was the video that everyone was sent of that video, that Russian guy or Russian people. As soon as I saw it at first, I didn't even play the video. I thought, no, nothing to do with Jay Slater. But like I said, I don't want to harp on about Dan O'Keefe because he really upset a lot of people. But I do hope that he is safe and able to apologise to the family and to the public as well eventually. But I'm just going to listen quickly to what Hayley Comet says, and some of it is positive.
Article is in the Lancashire Live paper tonight. It's in the online Lancashire Live. So if you go and watch Lancashire Live, and you can see this article, and it's talking about the video that Dan O'Keefe said that he had of Jay, the torture video. And this article is important for two reasons. One, it shows that the media are still looking into what happened with Jay. They're still looking to cover the case, and that is really positive because there are so many people working very hard to shut down Jay's case. They wanted the funeral to happen, everyone to believe it was an accident, not question the circumstances around what happened to Jay, and then all just go home happily and just forget Jay whatever happened to Jay happened.
This is what they thought. This is what A thought. This is what Rocky thought. This is what Lucy thought. This is what Brandon thought. This is what Brad thought. And this is why I think Lucy came out to shut down Hayley Comet, because Hayley Comet was on this from the very, very, very start. I only really got into it about, I would say, probably about 12 or 13 days in to actually Jay going missing in my early videos, and I had to go back and listen to people like Wax, Joseph Morris, to actually get the gist of what was really, really going on. Because I was hearing, when I was abroad, I was hearing, oh, this kiddie's gone missing, this young man's gone missing, it's all a little bit up in there, and I've started sort of looking into it. But it's only when I actually go back I realised that there was more to it than meets the eye.
And that's really dangerous because there are still answers to be had in this case, and Jay's family needs to know the full set of circumstances around what happened to Jay that day. The second positive thing about this article is it talks about my videos, okay? Now that is good for many reasons because we're trying to get justice for Jay, and there are a distinct group of people online that are trying to shut down the questions we're asking, and that this means that Lance Live are watching TikTokers' videos. They name my channel there and they talk about what my interaction with Dan O'Keefe. But it actually shows that in the last couple of days, they've accessed my videos, which means they've seen that we are talking about a group of people online who are trying to control the narrative and work together to carry, out a campaign to silence people. And it's carried out by some of the people involved in this case, but a lot of people who are just online idiots who are looking to kind of reach some kind of status level, such as those that say they actually found Jay Slater and the police hacked their computers and found their maps, and just like Dora the Explorer, they helped lead police to Jay's body, which is absolute nonsense. It's just their way of feeling important. So I think this is pretty positive because it just shows that we're not the only people in the world that are questioning what happened to Jay Slater.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Hayley, again, for some informative information there. And I would just like to say that about Dan O'Keefe, what he done was completely out of order. But I still think that he needs to apologise to the family and to the public. But I do hope he's safe as well. It is positive that the news, some of the national news, national news and the newspapers are still actually talking about Jay Slater and are looking for new evidence that may come out. Yeah, there are a lot of people who are trying to stop us at the end of the day, and I think those involved in the case who are rubbishing our theories that Jay just walked off a cliff, and we don't believe it. Soon as we knew that they were rug dealers involved, I think this case took a bit of a dark twist to it, where people actually thought, "Hey up, there's a little bit more." Crazy, A up's name, A up, or Hey up, should I say? We know that there's more to meets the eye than what was said. And we know there are a lot of liars out there, but it really is time to prove it and get justice for Jay Slater. Something's got to come out soon. We've got to have some concrete evidence come out soon, so we can get justice for Jay Slater. That was part 2. Part 3, the obviously massive football game, which was to believe that Jay's body was moved down the ravine or placed there, should I say it, as though it was a fall. It was kind of weird because I remember looking at my messages and a lot of people were saying it would have been a perfect cover because so many people would have been engrossed in the actual football at that time. So we're just going to listen to what Missing People's Crime News had said, and this is quite important.
Think about this whole thing. Don't care what anybody says, and there's something not right about it. I don't believe that body's been up there for 4 weeks. I think the football game yesterday was used as cover to put the body up there, or dump the body up there if it's like, to be more precise. That is my opinion, and to be fair, I could be wrong. So again, I'll admit if I'm wrong. The autopsy will probably be done over the next couple of days, and the family can request an independent autopsy.
So I thought that was really, really suspicious. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about was that who informed Debbie that Jay was missing? Was it Lucy, or did Brad call his mum? Because I think that Lucy probably told Brad to call his mum to get hold of Debbie as well. I got a feeling because Brad's mum had probably known a little bit more than what Debbie knew at that stage, I think, at the end of the day. And I think getting a hold of Brad's mum as well would have given them time to sort of maybe get a narrative or something in order as well. And it is crucial, things like this at the end of the day. But I think she just flew out there with Debbie and Rachel Hargreaves with Debbie, but I think Rachel probably knew a lot more than what Debbie did at that time, because don't forget, Debbie did get some threatening messages, and one of the messages was actually given to the police: "We've got your son," or something. And a lot of YouTubers have said a lot of the messages that come through, I think they're generally legit, and there were a lot more, false accusations and people coming out, I saw him here, I saw him there. It gets a bit silly and it is very, very hard to keep up. But I do think the messages she got at first, I think they were actually genuine. And we keep searching, we keep going forward, because everyone knows that this was a massive cover-up, and I believe that the Tenerife police could have done a lot more, but like I said, they want to save their bacon because of what money the island brings in. They don't want to scare off tourists, because tourists are the ones that are spending the money and keeping the island going. There are many, many missing people which are really mentioned unless you actually go on to some Tenerife websites, and there are people missing from all over the world. And it goes back to the 80s. I've looked into it really deeply, and I hope that basically we get some answers sooner rather than later. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment and follow the channel. Thank you very much indeed.